So welcome to another voiceover. This is my leg day that I complete during the weekday. Actually, both of my leg days now I do during the weekday. I actually only work out once on the weekend. These workouts do get rough sometimes, so I do this before I go to work, which I believe some of you guys can relate to. And I don't have to be at work at a specific time, but I like to be there earlier so that I kind of end my day earlier. But even when I end my day, I'm still working from home. So this is I'm up at like 4 a.m. This is approximately what time I start to this workout. So with my leg day right now, I am moving this day to be the primary squat day. I was going to just squat once a week and kind of see how it goes, but I honestly enjoy squatting despite being very crappy at it. So I think I might still keep in my other squat day with my deadlifts. I did finish that workout already, and I tried doing squats after deadlifts and did not feel great. Deadlifts didn't feel great either, but there was a lot of other variables, so I might try it for another week, and then if not, I think I will switch my squats before my deadlift on my other leg day. And I think that a part of that is just, sometimes deadlifts you really do have to be a lot more warm, and then for squats especially, the knees have to have quite a bit of movement to feel great, or at least for me. Getting a little bit old and graduating to unk status, so or as the kids would say nowadays. But for this particular workout, as shown on the screen, I worked up to a comfortable single. Just for context, the most I've ever squatted was 390. The most I've ever benched was 345, and I believe those are way too close. So, and I wouldn't say my legs are small. I would say, I've been told my legs are pretty big, and even if the video doesn't show it, I feel like in person my legs are quite big. So, just for my size and stature, I believe that neurologically my body just isn't caught up, so to say. Made a lot of training mistakes, but still trying to get stronger, despite me believing that I am a little bit more gifted in the bodybuilding department. Not saying that I'm jacked at all, but just based off of comparison, I believe that I am much more muscular of a person than I am strong. I'm not saying that I am an extremely jacked person, but I think most people would agree, at least by internet standards. So I worked up to a 335 squat, and then I want to do some type of hinge-based movement on this day, just to keep that deadlift pattern in. And I decided to go with the good old-fashioned barbell Romanian deadlift. I was trialing some other hinge movements, such as the good morning on the V squats, and then also there's another machine that is an RDL machine, and I was trying that out as well, but none of them really gave me the good stretch of the hamstrings like a traditional RDL does. So I think we're just going to stick that in and keep that, and if anything, it would just translate over better to the deadlifts. Just going to keep it really light, keep it very controlled, and really build up that posterior chain, and mainly stay injury free. I don't want to push it too hard, but push it hard enough, you know what I mean. But then we moved on to the pendulum squats. I'm actually recording this voiceover the day before this workout, so my gym just did get a new pendulum squat, the Mega Mass one, and I think I might try that one out, see how it compares to this Paramount one. I love this Paramount pendulum squat. It just feels pretty great, but the only critique I would have is that the unrack is quite abysmal. So I'm having to do essentially a half squat to unrack the weight, but that's just basically an extra half rep. So I shouldn't really be complaining. But we'll try the Mega Mass one, see how that one feels. If it feels phenomenal, like extremely better than this Paramount one, then we might just switch to that. But what I'm not switching and is going to stay as a staple is this what is it called? Single leg split squat. So that's kind of redundant. It's just a split squat. But the split squat on this standing leg press, I believe is Bodymaster is the brand, but this one is quite phenomenal. So if you have a standing leg press, I would highly recommend this. But if you are going to try it, just start off light. It is quite humbling. I'm not that strong for comparison, but I did start with less than a plate. I mean, if any leg machine, you can start with less than a plate. I think it's a good stimulus to fatigue ratio. So I've finally worked up to a plate this week. Got it for a few reps, and we'll just slowly progress this one. I've mentioned before that keeping some type of split squat in your exercise routine is quite great, as it's very healthy for your hips. It keeps your hips even. It works your glute medius, which is the side glute that kind of stabilizes everything, and then it just works out any asymmetries that you may have, and I believe I have a lot of them. So I highly recommend that. And if you don't have one of those, do any type of split squat or any type of single leg press. I don't personally do single leg press because my hips just honestly cannot handle it. Anytime I try a leg press, that very deep hip flexion position just destroys the crap out of my lower back. And I think my hips just don't have a lot of space there. So that's why I love this machine, because having some type of single leg press / split squat is really great, and I want it in my routine. It's just I couldn't do it prior to this. And then we finished off the workout with some more isolation. See here, we are doing the hamstring curls, or the lying hamstring curls. Loving that machine. Hoping to maybe full stack it sometime soon, and then graduate from it. And then just a little bit of proof that I do calves. So, but that is pretty much the end of the workout. I will catch you guys on the next one. So.